Here is a long, clear, deep explanation of each topic in planetary science, told as a flowing story with real examples and how each thing forms. Planetary science, a deep story of how worlds are born. Planetary science is the study of how worlds begin, how they grow, how they change, and how they die. It explains everything, from the first dust in space to the huge planets, moons, and rings we see today. Let's explore each part step by step. Number 1, planet formation. How worlds are born. Billions of years ago, before planets existed, the universe was mostly clouds of gas and dust. Around a young star, these clouds formed a spinning disk called a protoplanetary disk. How the process works. 1, nebula collapses. A giant cloud of gas collapses under gravity. This forms a star at the center, like our sun. 2, dust grains collide. In the spinning disk around the star, tiny dust grains begin to collide and stick together. At first, they are microscopic, then pebble-sized, then rock-sized. 3, planetesimals form. These rocks grow into bigger bodies called planetesimals, small baby planets, often tens or hundreds of kilometers wide. 4, planets grow. Through millions of years of collisions, gravity pulls these planetesimals together to form full planets. Example, our solar system. Every planet, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, formed this way about 4.6 billion years ago. Why some planets became big and some small. Close to the sun, only rock and metal could survive the heat. Rocky planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Far from the sun, ice and gas could collect giants and ice giants, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. This is the foundation of planetary science. Dust becomes worlds. Number 2, types of planets. A, rocky planets. Terrestrial planets. These planets are made mostly of rock and metal. They are dense, small, and have solid surfaces. Examples, Earth, the only planet known to support life. Mars, the red planet with ancient river valleys. Venus, covered in thick, poisonous clouds. Mercury, closest to the sun with a huge iron core. How they form. Rocky planets form close to their star where temperatures are too hot for gas and ice. Only heavy materials like iron, nickel, and silicates survive. B, gas giants. Gas giants are huge planets, mostly made of hydrogen and helium. They do not have a solid surface. Examples, Jupiter, the largest planet with the great red spot. Saturn, famous for its bright rings. How they formed. Far from the sun, icy planetesimals grew quickly because there was so much available material. Once they reached about 10 times the mass of Earth, they grabbed massive amounts of gas from the disk and became giants. C, ice giants. Ice giants are smaller than gas giants and contain more ice, water, methane, and ammonia. Examples, Uranus, tilted on its side. Neptune, deep blue with the strongest winds in the solar system. How they formed. They formed in the coldest parts of the solar system where ices were abundant but not enough gas remained to make them as big as Jupiter or Saturn. Number 3, planetary atmospheres. A planetary atmosphere is a blanket of gas surrounding a world. It protects planets, warms them, and influences weather. How atmospheres form. 1, outgassing. Volcanoes release gases from inside the planet, like CO2 water vapor. This formed the early atmospheres of Earth and Mars. 2, accretion from the solar nebula. Some planets, like Jupiter, captured gas directly from the early solar nebula. 3, comet delivery. Comets that hit planets brought ice and gases. Examples, Earth has a life-supporting atmosphere full of nitrogen and oxygen. Venus has a thick atmosphere of carbon dioxide causing extreme heat over 406 degrees. Titan, moon of Saturn, has a nitrogen-rich atmosphere thicker than Earth's. Atmospheres evolve. Mars once had a thick atmosphere but lost it because its magnetic field weakened. Number 4, moons and rings. Many planets are not alone. They are surrounded by moons and rings. Moons. How moons form. 1, co-formation. Moons form from the same disk of material around a young planet. Example, the moons of Jupiter likely formed this way. 2, captured objects. A passing asteroid or comet gets caught by a planet's gravity. Example, Mars moons Phobos and Deimos. 3, giant impact. A huge collision creates debris that forms a moon. Example, Earth's moon was formed when a Mars-sized object hit young Earth. Examples of interesting moons. Europa, Jupiter, has a hidden ocean under its ice. Io, Jupiter, has hundreds of active volcanoes. Titan, Saturn, has lakes of rings. Rings are made of ice, dust, and rock, ranging from tiny grains to large boulders. How rings form. 1, destroyed moons. A moon comes too close to a planet and gets torn apart by tidal forces. 2. Leftover material. Material from the planet-forming disk that never formed a moon. 3. Comet or asteroid breakup. An object gets shattered by a planet's gravity. Examples: Saturn, the most beautiful rings made mostly of ice. Uranus and Neptune, faint rings. Jupiter, very thin ring made of dust. Number 5. Geological processes, volcanoes, tectonics. Planets are alive on the inside. Their surfaces change through geological processes. Volcanoes. Volcanoes form when molten rock, magma, from inside a planet escapes to the surface. How they form? Heat inside the planet melts rock. Pressure pushes magma upward. Magma erupts and forms mountains, lava plains, and new crust. Examples: Mars, home to Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system. Io, moon of Jupiter, has constant volcanic eruptions because Jupiter pulls on it with strong gravity. Earth, volcanoes created the Hawaiian Islands. Tectonics. Planetary tectonics are the movement of large chunks of a planet's crust driven by heat inside the planet. How they form? Mantle convection pushes plates apart or forces them to collide. This creates mountains, earthquakes, trenches, and rift valleys. Examples: Earth has active plate tectonics. The Himalayas formed when India crashed into Asia. Venus shows signs of crustal movement, but not like Earth. Mars has no active tectonics today, which is why Olympus Mons grew so huge. It never shifted off its hotspot. Topic: How it forms. Example: planet formation, dust pebbles, rocks, planetesimals, planets. Entire solar system, rocky planets form close to the sun from rock. Earth, Mars. Gas giants form far away, collect huge gas envelopes. Jupiter, Saturn. Ice giants form in cold regions with ice. Uranus, Neptune. Atmospheres, outgassing, captured gas, comet delivery. Earth, Venus. Moons, impact, capture, co-formation. Earth's moon, Europa. Rings,